Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. That time of the week again where we do a little bit of a randomized run. So let's roll it and see what the plan is. Alright. That's certainly an interesting prescript. Now, we've gotten a lot of 3 stars once again, that's always cool. But a prescript, catch breath. For the first turn of every fight, use only defensive skills. Alright then. This is nothing too interesting. What do we have? Do we have anything good for sinking? No. We'll get brain duration, which just has some sinking. It's not really going to be enough to warrant this, I think. With the rupture, though, and the 7 Otis has some rupture. And we do it worth using. I guess we'll just take Disc Fragment for the sake of possibly like Ebony Stem spam or something. I don't know. We've got you, and you. Alright. So Yisong's getting Warp, Birth of You, and 4th Match Flame. Faust is getting Regret. Hexnail, Fluid Sac. Honglu gets no egos. He's just stuck with his default thing in Leo Association. Funny since he's, the one with a 2-star on this entire team. Ishmael gets her R-Corp stuff. And she also gets Roseate Desire. Rodion's getting Rose Banner with all her normal stuff. Otis is 7 Otis with Yasunyata Ebony Stem. And finally, Gregor is Vigregor with Legerdemain ADD. Alright, let's send it. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. I need to actually look, what path it is, and make sure we get the order correct. Okay. The next will be Ishmael, and the next will be Yisong. And then I can close this. Well, onwards to battle. And as per usual, I will grab that pre-script. Here it is. And I'll throw it into the corner. Just so that it's visible all the time. So I hopefully don't forget it. Alright. So we start out with some defense. We've actually got mostly, guards for everyone, which is alright for this then. We've got a counter on Faust. I mean, Faust going for defensive skill first is, fairly decent. Because then she can get her mass attack off with, Unleash Violence. Or her skill 2. Works off. And of course, this prescript is a bit of a vague reference to the little red fight from Runa. How she loves to use her catch breath skill and then ruin everything because she's gonna do no damage when this is probably the turn where you're supposed to, kill everything with her. You know how it is. Very silly fight. See. Yeah, we got the patches. We got the patch notes today for the update. We didn't actually get any sort of breakdown of the new identities. I think the patch notes itself explained that, saying that they're just for these 3 updates, they're just straight up not going to give us the information on them until the update actually releases. So that way, we're not going to know what it is beforehand. We'll know what it is as soon as we get into the game. It's not like we'll need to do the story content first. But that's definitely very interesting. Means that there's not much of a point in making a video over, the patch notes. Because, I like doing that specifically when there's, identities to go over, because that's always my favorite part. I didn't mean to hit that. Okay, I guess we're taking Gossipium. That's fine. Yeah, quite a few, interesting sounding things in the patch notes. We're finally getting, keybind support for the Steam version of the game. Oh, this is awful. What an awful thing to get. You can do this. Oh, you actually did it! Okay. There we go. We'll have to see just how much stuff there is to, actually bind, but, that sounds good. I don't know, I'm fine with just using my mouse usually. It's not really a game I
걱정
particularly
마시오.
care about keybinds for, but
최후의 혈구 하나만
we'll see
남아있다면
just how good of
생명은
the
어떻게라도
effects are.
보존될 테니.
Also, just either finally doing something about, because you know how for specifically the Doomsday Calendar and Ebony Queen's Apple, they've got like a special fancy animation when you begin a fight against them, where it's like the Prolium Fatale or whatever it says. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But they're finally like standardizing that. They said they're gonna make it so it's gonna play for like every like major story fight. I think the trade-off is they say they're not gonna show it in Mirror Dungeon fight, which is fair enough. But you know, it was always so strange how it only showed up twice. Cool change. The fact that we're getting a new XP excavation, new thread luck excavation, and also next week we're going to be getting a 5th XP luck excavation on top of the one we're getting this week. Because the one we're getting this week is the Canto 4 XP luck excavation, and next week we'll be getting the Canto 5 XP luck excavation. Probably means the XP luck excavation for Canto 5 is going to be like the Pirates or something, but they don't want us to be able to actually get the XP luck excavation until they've actually been in the story. Maybe? Or maybe it'll be a different group we've got yet to meet. Who knows? Who knows? See, what else is there from the patch notes? I mean, just the fact that like anyone who's missed, you know, season 1 or didn't get all the identities, you'll be able to freely shard season 1 identities starting this update. So if you missed out on like Grip Sinclair or Grip Faust or like King Tang Ong Lu, G Corp Gregor, anything like that, you'll just be able to get it now in exchange for shards instead of having to rely on, you know, pure chance from the gacha. That's pretty good. I'm sure there's plenty of people who got into the game relatively late, and therefore are just missing on a lot of like those like pretty good identities. Although of course this does mean that you're no longer going to be able to shard the actual stuff from this current season starting next update. So if there's anything you want, make sure you get it. Make sure you get your like spice bushes and your take or pong loos and your sun showers, all that good stuff. Unless you want to rely on the gacha or wait, you know, another 4 months. I assume it's gonna be 4 months going on from now. I think that's gonna be Project Moon's like ideal. Is like, yeah, one like an update every 4 months, because then it'll be 3 cantos a year then, which is like a decent pace, I think. We'll have to see. Hopefully, like, pace the mid-chapters a little bit better. A little bit strange how, you know, the previous mid-chapter was much closer to the beginning of the season than the end. And I do understand that, you know, Season 2 wasn't supposed to be as long as it was. It was supposed to last until mid-October. So effectively it took like a month longer to actually, like, finish up stuff for Canto 5. Sure, we'll take this. Took a second to think about it. But like, I don't know, I guess it was like a month and a half, 2 months-ish between Canto 4 and its mid-chapter. I don't know, it felt early. It felt really early. Next off is you, yes. That's right. Yeah, well, first turn we just fully defend. I guess we can choose who we clash against. But we'll just try and make sure we clash against everyone at least a little bit. You resist this. You guys don't. Okay, we'll do that then. I could, like, if I wanted to, I could check resistances, make sure everyone's going for something decent. You got an evade, that's cool. You're gonna gain 1 charge count from this evade, which is then going to go down because, you know, you lose evade each turn. Also, we've triggered your passive, unfortunately, due to the fact that we've got enough bloom. And that's going to happen in every single fight. Because if we're going to go full defensive first turn, we're going to get 3 glooms off, which means we're going to trigger Reindeer Ishmael's passive, and because she can't deal damage because, you know, she's evading, she's going to lose 15 sanity every fight, and we're going to have to live with that, it seems. Oh well, we can kill these guys now. So that's fine, man. You can do something like this. There we go. That's a decent enough optimization of that situation at hand. That's unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Well, at least you beat one of the coins. And you're resistant to slash, so it's not doing too much damage to you. That guy healed a little bit, but I assume we haven't even hit that guy yet, so I don't really think it matters. Unless that's like the one guy that we count. No, it's not the one guy we count against. The one guy we counter against is different. Mind Strike. You can't even stagger these guys because I was uncare. Because I was stupid and I took Gossipy. I meant I was going to fight the Avnos there, by the way, and I just misclicked. I clicked before I really had a chance to think about it, which was a big mistake on my part. Like some of this. You can go for you. You don't have quite enough. You gave enough to make it a 2 target, so that's decent enough for me. And you flash this one. You don't have the charge for that. That's unfortunate. You can still use it. And you can Mind Strike. Alright, that looks good now. A little bit of bleed damage going on thanks to Gossipium. Fight our directions. I guess the good thing is the patch notes did specify the Gregor's 3-star and Ryoshu is the 2-star. Which, I mean, was expected. But, like, imagine how funny it would have been if Ryoshu got another 3-star before she got a second 2-star. Luckily, that's not the case. Do this, and this should deal with that. Okay. See, what else was there from the patch notes? Anything else worth talking about? I don't know. I think I covered most of it. Oh yeah, changing the behavior mechanism of the skill chaining phase and focused encounters. They're changing how the camera works there, because it's a little weird. Major changes. They're changing it so from instead of being one daily login for your daily reward, you have to assemble one in Kaplan module. Which you really should be doing, you know, once a day anyway, so that's, like, fair enough. It's similar enough. I don't know why they'd make that change, but, sure. No need to heal, awesome sauce. And yeah, they're making it so they're gonna hide the enemy's sanity tab until you've beaten a stage. Which is funny. It makes it seem like they're going to do some tomfoolery with enemy sanity then? We're gonna have to see though. Maybe it's a trick. Maybe they're not going to do anything about it, but they're trying to get us to think they're going to do something about it. I've also not been defending, I realize. Yeah, I need to defend here. I mean, I've been defending, but I almost didn't. I've been defending every fight. It just took a while to do that Pekatule fight, I feel. Oh yeah, and of course, upon logging for the first time of certain updates, new content via actual play. That's silly. Your counter didn't get to go off, that's unfortunate. I'm still gonna have you go for metallic ringing. That's fine. Let's do the damage, honestly. These guys aren't gonna live long enough for me to be too concerned about getting the optimal mass attacks off with Regret Faust. Although staggering really isn't that helpful for us. I mean, unless we kill them this turn, then staggering's pretty helpful for us. But it just means people are gonna get bleed instead of actually being staggered. You don't have the charge? Okay, we'll go for the brainwave focus then, why not? Let me do that. Predictive analysis. Analyze this buffoon and take them down. And of course, in case you're wondering regarding the new identities, unlike how it was with Rose Banner, they did actually remember to censor the name of the identities in the in-game announcement. Because that's actually how we didn't know Rose Banner's name until like the Monday of the update, I think. Maybe yeah, Monday before the first update for season 2. If you like went in game, check the announcements tab, then there sure was a little thing saying the new identities were Rose Banner before they were even confirmed to be, Rose Banner. We didn't know what they were yet still. People were like, oh, is this Thumb? Is this like Praise Association? Is it something else entirely? And it sure was something else entirely. Oh yeah, this is the Prolium Fatale. That's the transition they're going to be adding to all normal story fights starting this update, which is super cool. Eat up the fruit, yeah, that should just demolish the fruit, yeah, that'll work. You guys win some clashes, you can exploit the gap, sure. Okay, that's probably good. Flowing Flame one of these, and a Flowing Flame. Yeah, Flowing Flame one of these, and then we can rev up here. Let's rev up. You win the clash. Faust will take down the fruit. Pretty nice. So now she's just got all that vulnerability, all that fragility. Exploit the gap a little bit to weaken the roots next turn. Weaken their resistances. Although, flexible suppression can do a bunch. She's going to get unstaggered on the roots, of course, which is unfortunate. But we can just stagger it again next turn pretty easily. Okay, rev up, nice. Let me click on the roots, please. They're not gonna let me click on the roots. If I hover over, does it show me? No. What? I'm trying to check the effects of Is there something else I can click on to actually see the roots? I'm trying to check what's been hit by weakness analyzed. There we go. I just had to choose something that isn't. Okay, it's not even saying. That's cool. It used to say, right, at some point? It used to say. Random and distorted. So it has to be blunt, right? It has to be blunt. Can it take 1.2? I don't know. I assume that's an issue caused by like the recent UI changes. They kind of forgot. They forgot a little bit. That's my guess, at least. The stems do like no damage. We're just gonna try and kill you this turn. Unleash our violence again. Why not? I love him unleashing my violence. Guardian's good, of course. Is that not a stagger? Yeah, okay, it was a stagger. It just didn't do like the little stagger animation, it seems. Oh, nice tails on the point where you weren't supposed to get tails. That's cool. We still kill here, thanks to, Faust and stuff, but... Vibration compression. It fails a little bit sometimes. That's how it is. That's how it is. Oh, I didn't do all defensive first turn. I forgot. Yeah. You'd really think, like, the little thing I've got, try and make sure I don't forget. You really think that would make me remember? Oh, well. I just need to actually remember. It doesn't change much for, like, Ebony Queen's Apple. Gotta turn my brain on a little bit. Hard as that is, I know. I gotta make it larger then, maybe. That's a little too large. Maybe that'll work. I just start talking about whatever's going on, and I immediately forget about what the entire joke of the run is. Ishmael loses their sanity, of course. Classic Ishmael. We're going to have a lot of stuff here. So that's fine. You got your tremor going. Oh yeah, did one of these guys inflict 3 tremor count onto you? Yeah, I think they used this. That's pretty funny. Doesn't matter, because like it's not gonna change how many mass stacks Faust can use. If it was like 5 tremor count, then like yeah, of course that would change how things go. Nice. This guy resists slash, of course. A little annoying. Killed the staggered guy and then staggered another guy who's going to get unstaggered this turn because of my poor decisions in the past. Fine. There's only 3 of them left. So we'll be able to deal with them. Without too much hassle. If all goes according to plan. A non-charged vibration compression just to do more pierce damage, because it's still like good because it's like one of our only pierce attacks on this team, even if we can't get the 4 coins off. Okay. Bleed. And death. Nice. Odd. 2 days remain. It's such a small amount of days. So exciting, so exciting. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling invigorated, if you will. I forgot. But then I saw a little reminder in the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh yes, yes. Catch breath, catch breath. We need to defend. We need to defend. Counter, of course. Their sanity is still, you know, in permanent, like, trouble. See, what do we do here? Command. Double open field command. Vibration compression. Yeah, sure, why not? Could build up the charge. I don't think the fights are gonna last long enough for us to need to build up charge most of the time, though. I'd rather just attack. Do as much damage as we can, even if it results in a weaker attack. Vibration compression does decent damage. It almost daggers that guy. I don't think anyone else was going for that mariachi guy, though. Nothing like about the extent. You need 8 for that, right? Okay. And you don't get to use that. That's fine. That's... We trigger brainwave focus, because why not? Ishmael's sanity is slowly decreasing. With each and every fight, it's just going down and down. Which is really funny. It's just because, like, she so far hasn't been able to clash enough to get, like, above 15 sanity per fight. As long as she gains 15 sanity a fight, she'll remain neutral. Because her passive is going to trigger first turn every time, no matter what. She'll lose 15 sanity, and then she's got to counteract that the best she can. So we're defending against use. Counter is going to be pretty awesome, so we'll counter like you. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we evade this. Because we evade twice, we actually will gain charge count. Because it'll only go down by 1. Which is relatively minor. Gathering Spite, of course, just instantly staggers that guy. That's why you always want to do it against something like the Sloth Pecatuli or the Wrath Pecatuli, since they're weak to both Gloom and Blunt. So such counter does quite a few damage. Okay. Okay.
한방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Now we take the offensive. You need to win a clash, really. Mind Strike's better for winning clashes, chances are. Nope. Okay, we're going to Flaying Surge this guy, and hopefully that's fine. Rev up you? Sure, okay. That looks good, that looks good. Nice. And unfortunate. So no sanity gain for Ishmael from that. He would have needed to win both clashes. I know these guys resist. They resist the lust, I think. Or is it sloth they resist? It's one of the two. I know they resist wrath. Still going for unleashed violence on them because they sure are still weak to the blunt attack. Killed another guy in that process with that attack too, so that's good. I assume it was the one Ishmael flashed again, judging by how easily it went down. And you actually you'll get to use vibration compression next turn, so that's good. These guys are fairly dead. We'll do something like that to start out with. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, and this. Let this be what clashes though, so you possibly have a chance to actually do something. And you can go for that, sure. Yeah. Did I do anything else on this guy, or did I just flexible suppression? I might have just flexible suppression. Luckily that does enough damage, huh? Goodbye, Gregor, sweet. Sweet does enough. Oh, you won the clash? Oh, the goat. 30 sanity. She's going to be down to 15 sanity next fight after the first turn. So she's actually gained a fair bit thanks to that. We're at the point where killing actually gives sanity because, you know, 3rd, 4th floor onward, enemies are higher level than you. Yusong skill, maybe. I mean, Carmilla's just kind of good, though. We give Yusong another skill 2. His skill 2 is kind of required for him to build up charge. His skill 1's like 4 charge and his skill 2 is 7 charge. So it's definitely different. We'll steal your blood. And look at Ishmael sweep. Ishmael sweeping. Now that she's gotten 30 sanity, she's at the top of the world. Nothing can stop her. Okay. Well, we defend. Not a fun fight to defend against because we're gonna be bleeding a little bit. Who are we countering though? I didn't check. Okay, that random guy. He got staggered, but he's, you know, unstaggered now. We can go for an unleashed violence though. If we're lucky, it'll hit Keto. Well, but it's luck. That's luck reliant, so we'll have to see. Oh, what do we do here? Great benefit from Unego. I guess Yas and Yoda, honestly, because that'll do more damage. And then to Mathos as well. That'll do less damage, but it'll still work. You don't have charge, so you can rack some scores, Flaying Surge. Need to warm up. Although, you know, that resonance isn't a bad idea. This would work. Okay, just hitting 2 of the random guys, that's still really good. Because it does a lot of damage. And we've got enough attacks, we're definitely finishing off one of those 2. I don't think there's anyone else going for the one that, was being targeted in the first place by South. I think we're currently net even on speed slots between the 2 teams, so we don't have any one-sided attacks yet. That'll change, of course. Next turn we'll be able to kill that guy even if he gets unstaggered. If he's going to get him staggered. Thanks to the Gossipium. Sooner or later we'll get to actually fight the Gossipium abnormality, which will be, you know, a nice little redemption. We'll get our revenge. Oh yeah, Guardian. Overkill. Because we don't get to use the 3rd coin, though we don't gain the defense level from that, so that's unfortunate. Okay, Mathos is resisted. We win the clash, though. So small price to pay. Yada yada. Okay. Ishmael wins the clash. She's up to 36 sanity. That's insane. She's max sanity. Okay, that's nice. So now she can actually do things theoretically. Okay, we get his resonance off. And we just go for a vibration compression. Yeah, that works. We can double unleashed violence on you. Just to really beat him to death. Okay, let's kill that guy. Okay, so everyone's just going full force on Guido. Luckily, he's weak to blunt and he's neutral to slash, so we're going to be doing a lot of damage. Our only pierce attack we're going for here is vibration compression. And that's mainly just for the sake of slashing. Because it was better than Rhodion's other option for slashing.
균형이 무너졌군요.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Okay, 81 HP. This will do something to him. He's not quite dead, but he'll bleed to death this turn. Yeah. Like this wins. It's like, oh, it's a bad clash. He bleeds to death, though. We don't need to win this. Like, he could have theoretically gotten a hit off on Otis there. If Otis rolled tails and he rolled heads immediately, he'd still live for one attack on Otis. But it's 7 Otis. She's relatively tanky. Where do you have staggered people? Sure, I'll take that. And it's really not a good one. Because we don't really get to hit staggered people beyond the turn they get staggered because of Gossipy, yeah. Well, this is a straight shot type floor. And we can add you to the team now. There we go. But welcome Warpies time. You've got an evade, I know that much. Although you don't really... You gain something from... Yeah, you get a really strange thing from Fate, because you gain Rupture Infliction. Yeah, and plus 1 potency when applying Rupture first turn with a skill effect next turn, max 3 per turn. That's a cool effect. We don't have enough Rupture to really benefit from that, of course. Nice. Okay, now we fight. Now we kill. Go for Dimensional Rift immediately. Sure. Why not? Why not? Trigger Brainwave Focus. That'll be fine because it's a one-sided attack from Ishmael, so it's making contact. One way or another. Okay. Decent damage on the drone. Faust is mass attacking those guys to near death, I think that was? I don't think they quite died. Oh, that guy's been warped into non-existence. Love to see it. Oh, great. The drone just healed that guy a bunch. That's cruel. Well, we staggered the drone. He gets unstaggered, but you know, he'll take 30% of this damage from bleed. He'll take 30% of 24 damage from those two attacks. It's not much. That's for sure. On the bright side, I don't really have a bright side. The Russian for brainwave focus there. That's fine. Ishmael will get her attack off. No way she doesn't. I don't think. I don't think Otis can just efficiently kill these things to such an extent. Yeah, okay. Ishmael will get her attack off on the other guy, and therefore she won't lose the 15 sanity. Yeah, that guy still lives another attack too. There's nothing to worry about. And besides, 15 sanity, it's don't get me wrong, it's a downside, but it's relatively dealable usually. I mean, it means she's gonna be like 30 sanity for like the first turn effectively of every fight. It's definitely a little bad. But it can be counteracted by our power. We do this. You're gonna counter that guy, that'll be nice then.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 대체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
Very nice.
적들이
Pretty strong
흔들리는
counter. Like,
기회.
I wonder if
아니야?
we've even gotten more actual counter skills. Because so far, Heathcliff's counter is the only one that's like actually usable for any degree of damage, because that's the only one that's got more than a single coin. I guess there's stuff like Kurokuma, like Rodion, who's got, you know, strong counters under certain circumstances. It's not really the same though, you know?
예측대로
완벽한 한 방. 시원한 걸. 걸려라. 제대로 찝었군.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
소란이 줄었네요.
아이고. 위험 요소 시계.
대체가 약 탈출 개체가
Nice.
정리되었습니다.
Killed both in there too, that's
한 방에
convenient.
이렇게나?
It means we did just enough damage to not have to take another turn on this fight. Convenient indeed. Alright. Keep on going. We get a shop now. We don't have a lot of costs. We can't change Faust's skills too much here. Wound cleared and fire don't do much for us. We should take wound cleared, yeah. A little bit of bleed stackage. Synergize. So this way we might be able to use Cost of PM for something. I don't think the blunt we fight. We've got mostly blunt. We've got a lot of flash too though, but I'm thinking about like the regret Faust synergy stuff here. Oh, it's bugs. Yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, Faust doesn't get the counter here, so she's not going to be able to get an instant mass attack second turn. That's fine. These guys do very little to us.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나. 힘내긴 해보자고.
What, Near Resonance? Does it change anything? There's still a neutral here. I'm fine with the neutral, yeah. Why not? We'll do that, so next turn we can get a mass attack off. Don't think we kill all of them instantly this turn. We do good damage to them. Most of them are going to be, you know, staggered or dead. We won't have any, like, super insane blunt attacks going this turn, though. Yeah, I think they all got staggered there. Yeah, they all did. They all would have been staggered this turn if not for the Gossipy, which I can't help but just keep on mentioning this run, because, you know, it would have been so awesome if we just didn't take that. It's not like it's a particularly hard run, though. The defense first turn isn't too bad. We'll have to see if we get unlucky. If we get hit by, like, a no trespassing or something, that could be rough. Because we're just gonna... If they go for a first turn no trespassing next floor, or one of those other similarly dangerous attacks, sit there and take it. If you get the big robots, that would also be super scary for us there, yeah. Those things can do a lot of damage, especially if they have someone that's, like, weak to slash or blunt, respectively. Okay, you. Otis, you got this. Nice.
예상에서 빗나갔군.
Now it's the time for the Inquisitor dogs. Okay, we defend first turn. This is a pretty easy fight to defend against. It's a little unfortunate, like replacing Mind Whip and Unleashed Violence with defenses, but that's all right. Obviously, you're gonna counter one of these. Counter this guy. And you should probably counter this guy. Let's try and actually, like, think about, like, people who can decently take attacks here. You resist slash. You're not being... You can't redirect anything, though. Okay. Who resists Pierce? You do? Okay. Then you can take this one. We need someone else who resists... I guess resists Lust or something? God, you're the best chance. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that then. That should be smart enough choices. Guess I could have tried, like, evading this one. That also would have been a good choice. We didn't really have Ishmael do much of anything there. And she definitely could have. Evasions are good, especially against attacks like that that have, like, a max roll of 8. Yeah, anchor that guy a little bit, why not? Are you going for? Can you hit this? Yeah, you can hit this. Okay. And then everyone else goes for you. We're doing our clashing. We've got our guardian going off, which will this attack definitely will go off a little bit. As long as he hits the third coin, we're fine. Yeah, that's good. Defense level time.
꽤 먹혔던 것 같아요.
A nice little benefit, after all. It's these two. Oh, they're both going to rage. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it depends on whether or not this attack connects. Okay, it did.
내가 응원하는 게
Okay,
도움이
top
되긴
right
하려나?
didn't rage though.
힘내긴 해보자고.
Oh no, we massed. I thought we massed like these two. No, we massed decked these two. That's fine. Well, we gotta do the best we can here. Whatever that could entail. Oh god. Yeah, that paralysis is a little scary. Gotta hope that actually works. The paralysis is lying to us. I assume it's just like a single paralysis, right? I gotta click this. Yeah, single paralysis. That's because of
뭔가 의견 있나?
oh, it's a skill one. Little unfortunate. What do we do? What's our counter? I don't know. A good question. If we do this, then yeah, you're dealt with, so now we just need to clash these two. Probably with some egos for safety. Yeah, there we go. He's doing a little bit of trolling. And we'll Crow's Eye View is used as well, just to clash this safely.
직접 나서지.
We'll probably potentially stagger that guy before he gets the chance to use those attacks. I don't really want to risk it though, especially because like this is a run where we've got Gods of PM. Staggers aren't trustworthy. I know it would be trustworthy this turn, of course. That's not the issue. It's more so just, you know. And we also got the vibration suppression there, so yeah, both these egos were unnecessary. We're hitting all of them with landed illusion though. Doing something. These guys resist Pierce, I think, right? They're neutral to blunt. Yeah, look at that damage. Look how convenient that is. We didn't even get the chance to use Crow's Eye View. Which means it might get carried over. Could be something.
다소 유리하구려.
Yeah, it's sure to get carried over. You're the slowest person on the team, though, so you're not going to get a chance to use it, it would seem. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really need to. It's just 2 Sloth, 1 Wrath. Or 3 Sloth, 1 Wrath, I mean. Epic speech mistake. So, losing out on the benefits of that is a very minor effect. Up, down he goes. Nice.
시원한걸?
Onto the final floor. I think so. I think we've only messed up the challenge on the Ebony Queen fight. Anyways, was thinking of their offense defense level reduced by 3. Honestly, maybe. Bleed skills. We'd need actually bleed inflicting skills though, right? I think stuff like Wound Clear don't trigger the Rusted Cutting Knife. Kind of the big issue with it. We'll take the Melted Spring though. Sure, why not? Well, enemies will have some sinking. We just saw someone who had like a bunch of sinking last fight. Well, that could happen again. There's a lot of events in this floor. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Pretty nice thing. That's for sure.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면
Ooh,
생명은
a little negative meaning for safety. Hit those guys a little hard. Oh no, we can't. That's right. I forgot. We need to defend first turn. I remembered. I always remember, except for the times I don't, after all. Oh, jeez. Let's counter, though.
저거 봐.
Good counter. Good
쟤
counter.
휘청거리고 있다.
Now we can do something like this. You know, there's a lot of neutrals there, but these guys aren't too scary, really. We can also like our domain for safety.
직접 나서지.
Because we actually started with the disc fragment. Yeah, we're gaining resources from like a domain. It's like a trade.
이봐. 버틸 자신 있어?
If you think about it, we use it, we spend 3 gloom, 1 sloth. We gain, or no, we spend 3 gluttony, 1 sloth. We gain 1 gluttony back on the sake of using the ego itself. So we effectively spend 2 gluttony, 1 sloth to gain 3 of a random resource. So it is a net positive on resources. Technically. You could argue you're still losing 1 because, like, even if you weren't going for an ego, Gregor would still gain 1 resource of something. So therefore, like, the 1 gluttony you get for using the ego really is negligible and shouldn't count. But each their own, you know.
내 뒤로.
We're killing you. We're metallic ringing. We're gonna use our metal brains to beat you up. Okay, not bad. Ishmael skill? Oh, what a thrill. That would have been funny. We don't really need it though, and it's, you know, it's very powerful. We definitely wouldn't need it for a run like this. But it means, like, first turn, because we're only defending, like, there'd be a bunch of rupture infliction that they wouldn't be able to do anything about, because it wouldn't go down. Oh well, you give Ishmael... Have a skill 3? No? No. Don't really think we need to do that. We'll just take trouble within a flask. It's a very minor benefit, but, nothing there was particularly speaking to me. So that's the option I'll go for.
제압을 준비합니다.
Yeah, we can just do something like this, and then we'll be pretty much at the end. Yeah, that's convenient.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면
탈출 개체
No strategy first turn.
어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get a defensive ego.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고
Would be
밥
cool.
먹으러
There's a lot of
가자고.
egos that would work best as counters. Like, even like blocks with like special effects. Are you paralyzed? You sure are paralyzed. I believe in you. Like that guy.
내 뒤로.
Like this, like, what is it? Like, today's expression in Runa was mostly block focused as an ego. Like, it did have an attack, but like it had a super high defensive roll for it. You definitely could do something like that. An ego that's like a defensive roll, but like,
좋다. 좋아. 계속
or really high defensive roll or something. But, like, it's not uncommon for people to use egos to like change hits by like changing resistances, especially in, like, solo fights. Like, using ego to change resistance so you don't take too much damage from an attack. So like, not too different from using an ego that's like purely defensive. Although of course then you'd be using an ego that's defensive over an ego that's offensive, therefore reducing your, you know, offensive capabilities to some degree. Reducing your offensive possibilities, I suppose. So it would be a trade-off, but I think it'd be a fun trade-off. I wish for the return of Blockma.
어이구.
If we eventually ever get, you know, like, Heaven could be like a great way to have some insane block synergy.
자, 한건 했고.
I never tried counters. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of things that could work well as counters. It would've been cool if we got like a counter like Yasunyada. Because that's all about karma. Like, you know, you get hit, you hit them back. That's like the karma, I guess. I don't really know if I should be speaking about that, but you know, that's just an interpretation of it. That's how Yasunyada
마음에
feels.
드시나?
Like you're getting what you deserve, even if that is, you know, a slap to the wrist, or, you know, cutting off your head. Not too different.
최선을 다해보지. 아이, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Nope, almost forgot. But I never do forget. I always remember in the end. Let's see. You guys are weak to blunt, and you don't do too much damage. Because Vows resist slash and pride, so yeah, you counter that. We're definitely gonna want to evade stuff if possible. Like, evade this. Evade this. Yeah, that works. And then these two will just block. None of you are free from sin. Block, block. Like that.
탈출 개체
That'll work. It is funny how, like, this is the way you can tell what units are and aren't upside 4 easily, is their defensive skills. Since upside 4 units always have sins on their defensive skills. Of course, counters are always counters always have sins, even at lower levels. And there's a couple exceptions, namely, why is Rip Sinclair's defense pride at upside 1? Like, it's such a strange thing to be, and I still don't know why that is. Sinclair doesn't even need pride for any of his egos. Like, it's not like he needs the pride or anything. I guess it's for, like, story purposes. I guess that makes enough sense. We do this, we'll hit you again, and we'll hit you again. Sure, that looks good.
어이쿠, 그 정도인가?
Nice. And we're doing good damage too. We're hitting a lot of weaknesses right now. Look at that.
제압 완료.
We just killed both of them with that unleashed violence. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We did like 150 damage to each. Yeah, we get a single point of this attack off. That's something. It's staggered, I guess. Tails unfortunate, but we still stagger you. And hit you with a little bit of a flank surge. If we draw Mind Whip next turn, we can use it. We haven't gotten the chance to use Mind Whip this run, because most of the time we either don't build enough charge in time, or the Mind Whip gets like replaced with a defense. Yeah, here we go. Here's the Mind Whip. Alright. We'll attack them a bunch, just in case, you know, need be. We'll clash with you, though. We'll clash with you. That'll work. Mind Whip kills. Especially since we're, you know, just doing 30 damage with that bleed amount. There we go. Nice.
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
쓰러졌고.
Cool, yeah. That's a victory. That's a sweep. Will we get an eagle gift from that, and will it be something good if we do? It's a yes and no. Alright. Move on without resting. We're ignoring you, sinking. That's pretty nice. Ooh, blue. If we were green, we would die. Now fairy long legs time. Well, the defendant first turn which means we'll get a little bit of bleed. That's fine, we just need to make sure he doesn't hit anyone who gets the bleed later down the line. Counter... I mean, I feel like the choices for who we have to try this are going to be pretty logical. We'll try dodging. Okay, you can't dodge. That's fine. Then we'll block one of these. Countering is one of blocking this one. We need to do something about the rightmost then. So we'll probably have you block that. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see, defense, one-sided, defense, one-sided. Okay, that'll work. Counter, so we get a little bit of damage off first turn. Not the most. But, like, we've got our tank man to block, we dodge with Ishmael, and we've got our other semi-tank person to block. Okay, body's countering. That's unfortunate, we might hit that. If so, open. I've got my priorities straight, I don't know. Field Command's probably gonna be the best clash there. We vibration suppression immediately, that's nice. Yeah, we're going for 3 dominating, so this'll work. Okay. Okay, I mean, that still did work. Against, you know, my initial results, my initial concern when he immediately fails a clash. But he won the clash overall.
있어요.
거기까지. 유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Yeah, we're doing great damage here still. Vibration compression is also once again another pretty solid attack.
자,
Especially with all heads. Yeah, that works.
부위 하나가 박살났건.
Okay, you're gonna try spawning your clover. I think we're just gonna kill you though, not gonna lie. There's probably gonna be someone who can like do a decent job clashing against that. We'll see though. Yeah, we can do that. That'll work. Okay,
직접 나서지.
this looks good.
예측대로.
Split the gap, get a little bit of weakness analyzed on this thing. It's staggered, so I don't think it does anything because it's already failed everything. Or is it based on like innate resistances? I think if you stagger them, I think it still can apply the effect. Unless it's been changed. I've definitely seen 2.2 resistances in the past. When you combine weakness analyzed with someone who's been staggered. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. And that kills.
자, 한 건 했고.
Nice.
역시 저는 생각하지 못하는 방법을
Remove that from the
떠올리시는군요.
screen because we have won. Not too bad. Once again, the slip off on Ebony Queen really ruins this entire run, even though it would have been fine either way. Because it's Ebony Queen. I fairly often just do not clash against her, especially in like excavations. And a lot of you get some decent stuff. We didn't have like a coherent build going on. We had some like sinking stuff that was kind of being very beneficial by the end. And up to level 1006. Cool.
정해진 시간에 기상하는 것은
I get my
사실에
boxes
명심한 내용입니다.
while I still can.
관리자님을 포함한
And I do my daily extractions. Oh yeah, I modulize. I do my daily extractions while I still can. And 1 star. It's the Faust. Heathcliff target extraction. 1 star. It's a Ryoshu. And the Warp Yi Song extraction. Drum roll, please. It's nothing. Nice. Alright. Well, I think you were like the star. You were the one with the counter, so you kind of did the most there. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. It's exciting though. There's only 2 more days until the beginning. Season 3 and Canto 5. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.